Welcome everyone. Today's day number 5 of our Veda challenge where we're vlogging every day in August. The topic of the day is our favorite books. Um, so last year I actually tried Veda and I already talked about my favorite fiction books. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite nonfiction, which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, this book, I can say, changed my life. This book is about perspective of a guy who had, his birth parents, who in this case were the poor dad, and he had his kind of like an adopted figure that he looked up to. This was his rich dad, and it talks about the influence and the different mentality between people who have an employee mentality against somebody who has an entrepreneur mentality. This book pretty much made up my mind about going and becoming an entrepreneur and starting my own side hustle. And it made a really big impact at the time. At the time, I was actually just going to the public library and getting some books, renting them out, and just reading them and learning about finances and learning about being an entrepreneur. This book actually impacted me because it motivated me to go out and learn new ways of making money online and doing a side hustle. And a lot of the things that I have done or where I am right now have the roots started at the moment when I read this book. So that's the one book that made up my mind and had a big impact in my life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad.